This is the fifth webinar in our series, and today we're going to be talking about deploying end-to-end application software on automotive Ethernet switches, and essentially how we then dovetailing that to AUTOSAR-inspired middleware. How do we actually take all that massive wealth of experience that the silicon partners have and to deploy that with software that is coming from a much more automotive-centric background? We'll try and put a bit of focus on in terms of what are we doing in the enterprise systems and how we're going to bring that over into the vehicle world.
We all know the way E architecture is changing is like everyone is moving more towards zonal or E architecture, where earlier the ECUs were directly connected, mainly with the CAN bus. But the main shift was when we moved to a central compute-based E architecture. If you look into the IT world, answer is simple. You bring Ethernet switches. You bring switches and now you have more ports. But the solution is not as simple as the automotive or the IT world. I mean, here the environment is more controlled, there are more real-time related requirements, and somehow you need to fit into the automotive legacy systems.
You've got an AUTOSAR-driven workflow, and then you've got really dedicated hardware acceleration and making those two things work together so we can manage the automotive node like an automotive node, but then really exploit the fact that we've got high bandwidth switched technologies.
This all requires robust and tightly integrated software stacks. And for applications like autonomous driving, real-time performance is critical. The software must support time-sensitive networking, real-time scheduling, and precise synchronization, and all deeply embedded into the silicon.
Selected. It's been requested. Today, what we see now are pre-integrated solution, hardware and software in one tightly made package. This approach allows the customer to make minor tweaks.
And now if you want to do it, what are the key questions you have to answer? Like the first thing with architecture, how the software and the hardware play out together to give you an efficient solution. So what we are offering is, like the picture we showed before, a completely ready-to-use pre-integrated solution. So with this, basically, it's already integrated, so there is no need for an OEM or tier one to do it on their own, which is covering all of the automotive use cases that we see for Ethernet communication, which gives you a very quick time to market.
It consistently delivers the performance and flexibility essential for supporting zonal architecture and software-defined vehicles. These capabilities together enable a resilient and adaptive security framework designed to protect vehicles against the evolving cyber threats.
And key to that is bringing software-defined networking to the switches.
And the next webinar in our series is going to pick away at exactly that. We're going to do a deep dive into exactly the time-sensitive networking and software-defined networking.